Okay, I think I'm set. Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort in Marina on Lake Taneycomo. We're going to do one cast today. Today's Thanksgiving Day, the 25th of November. Just had dinner, and everybody else is taking a nap, so I thought I'd come out and do one cast before it got dark. Hope everybody had a great day today. They are running a half unit, and they've been running this half unit for a couple days now, pretty much non-stop. I saw where they bumped it up to 2 units yesterday, and I'm just below Lookout, and I'm going to throw a variety of jigs depending on the wind. Right here, this section right here, there's very little wind that's coming over my head. But down a little ways, it's coming out of the northwest, and I'll hit it here in a little bit, so I'll change. Actually, I'll go from a 32nd to a 16th when I get down there. I've got a black 32nd ounce 2-pound line on right now. Not very many boats out today, but there were out quite a few out yesterday. Still a little windy here, but not as bad as it's going to be down here in just a little bit. Oh, wind's kind of caught up with me. That's okay. Actually, I could be throwing a jig and float. That ought to work real good with this flow, and especially with the wind, but it's all right. I might change when I get down here to the real windy spot. Nothing on the first cast. Took my grandkids fishing yesterday. Well, my 2 grandsons, Megan and Jimmy's boys, and we fished below Fall Creek along the shallow side. We anchored there. Yeah, it's catching up with me big time now. I might have to go to a float. We're only fishing in maybe a foot or 2 of water along that shallow side below Fall Creek. Around those docks. They caught some nice fish. And Owen, the youngest of the 2, Owen and JP, he hooked a really big rainbow over there, and had on a 2-pound line, and the hook pulled out. He got it up pretty close to the boat. It was, I'm guessing, a 6-7 pound rainbow. I couldn't tell how long it was. I could tell it was pretty fat. I'm dragging bottom back here. That's how shallow it is over on this side. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw a 16th ounce real quick. 16th ounce I can keep up with a little bit better in the wind. This is 4-pound line though too. This is a black and purple. Oh, I just had a bump. Just had another bump. Well, Blake said he had 2 places to go today. One for midday lunch and one dinner. So he is going to be well fed today. Well, they're not hitting it very hard. I think I hear Christmas music. Yep. I think this is my last cast. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to something under a float, probably a jig or something. Let's see what I brought with me. Well, wind's died. Let me throw this a couple more times. Well, the other thing is if they're biting this bigger jig short, then I need to use something a little smaller I can push under a float. Yeah. Let me go ahead and put something under a float and I'll be right back. Okay, I put on a chartreuse mega worm. I'll fish it under a float. Let's see, I'm gonna fish it about 4 foot deep to start with. Got 2-pound line. nice and wet so it'll sink. Oop. Now the trick is to keep the boat moving the same speed as the float. Keep my rod tip down so the wind doesn't blow the line and I get a bunch of slack in it. Shouldn't need to work it very much. There's enough chop on the water that it's moving the worm pretty good. Plus it's drifting in the current, so it's... Oh, I think that was a bite. I've been using a little 6'6" medium light rod. I got to move out away from this shallow bank because there's a big gravel bar right here and it gets shallow. I want to stay out there in about 3 to 4 foot of water. I'll straighten the boat up here in just a second. I like using white. A little better I do chartreuse, although Chuck Grease likes to use the chartreuse. One of our guides. And I think I'm a little bit too shallow of water. I need to move out a little bit more. That sun is bright this evening. Okay, now I'm out in the right depth of water. In fact, I need to bring it in just a little bit. Table rock continues to turn a little bit. The oxygen continues to climb real slow. I'll put a little image up on the screen there. There's a fish to show you what it looks like. Ooh, good fish. And I got my drag set too tight. net is up here. There we go. About 15 and a half maybe. Always got to make sure that worm doesn't get all twisted and in a ball. Even when you get a bite, sometimes it'll cause that chenille to ball up and get hooked. It'll hook itself. It won't be hanging straight. You really want that thing hanging straight down so it has all that good movement the fish like. I tend to check it every time I bring it in, and especially after a bite. Okay, I'm at the bottom of I'm moving around a lot. I'm at the bottom of this gravel bar, so I'm going to move in just a little bit. I'm doing the camera in one cast this way because the sun is directly ahead of me. And if I put the camera back here, it would be right in your face. But it's a little harder to control the boat from back here too. Yeah, I got a bite. That could have been bottom. I'm not in real deep water right now. Let me go ahead and shallow this up just a little bit. I'm going to move it to about 3 feet. There's nobody up here, nobody else up here fishing. There's one guy down at I passed at the Narrows. Pretty quiet day on the water. Tomorrow, the next day, be pretty busy, I think. So it's a little bit warmer tomorrow in the 50s, and then I saw it might be in the 60s on Saturday. Cold tonight, though. It's down in the 20s. Yeah, I'm in a lot deeper water now. I'm going to move that back to 4 feet next time I reel in. Oh. I like to be really close to the bottom with this mega worm if I can. I'm only throwing out about 20 feet, about a boat length. We'll move in just a little bit. Check that worm. You know, you can use 4-pound line, and I'm just using 2-pound because I have it. 4 pounds fine right now. The water isn't super clear. Got a little bit of dirt in it from table rock turning over. But if you have 2-pound, I'd use it because you almost always catch more fish 2-pound line. I'm kind of watching the wind's kind of coming out of the northwest, so it kind of feels like it wants to blow me towards the middle of the lake. It really does want to blow me upstream though. I'm having to run my trolling motor quite a bit, just pushing me down lake. And I've kind of hit that wall of wind, so it might improve my fishing a little bit. It's going to make it a little bit harder to control the boat. think I'm stuck. Deceivingly, the water's so dark I can't see the bottom, and I'm actually dragging the bottom back here and I can't even hardly see it. Starting to get kind of cold too, especially getting that shade. It's kind of disappointing. God, I cannot see the bottom. Thought they'd hit this a little better. The depth is correct. Oh man, he took that way under. Ah. Gosh. Just grab the tail. Well, I'm gonna quit just before I get to the narrows. Grabbing the tail. It'd be okay if I had more bites. I don't mind getting short bites, but when you don't get many bites. Come on, one more. I'm dragging my anchor again, or dragging my motor again. And I'm dragging pretty good this time. So we're gonna go out a little ways. Something else has been working really good up here. Come on. Oh, come on. Is dragging egg flies. And of course scuds, but I guess egg flies have been really hot. Browns, they should be finishing their spawn. Rainbows, we'll start here pretty soon. But a lot of our guides have been using those egg flies and doing really good up here. Okay, I'm right almost to the top of the narrows. I'm going to quit pretty quick. I was hoping for one more bite. Or actually one more fish. I'll give it another couple minutes. It's getting chilly. It's getting cold. That wind, there's not as much sun. I don't think there's going to be too many people night fishing tonight. I don't think Blake and Levi is going to. All right, I'm done. Oh no. You guys have a good Thanksgiving evening and good for big for Black Friday tomorrow. Oh boy. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again. God bless.